A very good evening and thank you for joining us, dear viewer, on another day when we meet here at Alpha TV. We are hoping that you are well wherever you may be, and these are the stories making headlines. Culture shocks as youth from Wajir form Danto group to uplift the dying Somali heritage. Coaches from Wajir team up to stage a football tournament as drag menace raves on. And on the strength of a woman's segment, we look at Fatuma Osman Ahmed. Thank you and welcome. My name is Ahmed Hussein. As unemployment bites in the country, some teenagers in Wajir have opted to stay with the outside world by forming a group known as the Wajir Danto Group. The group say their main aim is to revive the fading Somali culture. Our reporter Ahmed Abdullahi kicks off our bulletin tonight with this story.
Following the high rate of unemployment amongst youth across the country, the fight for an alternative means of earning intensifies, while the government is still trying harder to recuperate from the huge economical fall that is largely attributed to last year's extended electioneering period. According to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, 7 million Kenyans are unemployed, with a big chunk of the population aged between 20 and 24 years. Youth unemployment is an underrated scale of trouble by this fragile multicultural nation, with a gigantic proportion of bruised young men and women susceptible to drugs, prostitution, or even being introduced into the devastating world of terrorism. Well, they say, we cannot stop the waves, but we can always learn to surf. Therefore, a group of young Somali males from Wajir County, with a clarity of thoughts, opted to form a team called Wajir Danto Team, also known as the Generals, primarily to stay engaged in a peace and unity promoting activity via Danto.
Teamkan Dantada waxaan u form gareynay ama aan u asaasnay si oo bulshada aniga ahaan horta dhalinyarta saa u nahnay dad baaga muddo iska nahnay amal aan laga aaminsan yahay laakiin ma nihin haday aan kugu sii daro maxaa la jiray sababta kale aan u asaasnay waxay tahay in bulshada shaqo la'aan ay ka jirto anagana si aan meel aan u taagnaanin in aan magaalada markaan saan u sii fiirinay waxa aragnay horta hidiyaha dhaqanka inuu ka sii dhimanayo si aan hidiyaha dhaqanka magaalada ka sii dhimanayo aan soo nooleeyno yaan maxaa la jiray groupkan aan u asaasnay.
The team has had a brilliant history both locally and nationally since its formation in 2013. The Generals, however, believe they would have been in a far much better position by this year if they had any helping hand in their 5 years of existence. Fortunately, this did not distract the focus of these young talents as they strengthened the core of their movement by performing in several important county events, wedding ceremonies, and for non-governmental organizations.
Team kan waxaan furnay 2013 waan u kacnay evental badan waa aadnay sida Nairobi waa aadnay UN 26 December iyo sabte dadka reer Wajir inay soo dhaweeyeen arooso badan waa u shidnay arooso badan oo ka ciyaarnaa evental badan Wajir waa ciyaaran dad badan soo dhaweeyeen iyo saas ay horta groupkan ruux walba u furan horta wax hal meel laga leeyahay qabiilahan uma socono
Saciid Abdulqaadir ka soo baxa groupka Wajir Danto group oo ku magac dheer The Generals reer Wajir way ku maasiyeen soo dhaweyn ee waxaan qabanayna say uga heleen laakiin dad yar jira oo negative naga dareemeen sida una general youth ka una saan u jeerno iyo dharka libiska reer Wajir maxaan dhilaay suxna u dareemina anagana maxaan aanay dad oo muslimiin oo shantaan waqti tukadaan maxaan dhilayn gacmo furan ku soo dhawaada dadka u baahan dhaanto waa soo dhawaan kartiin.
Alpha TV pushed further for more questions regarding the team's plans in a fairly distant future following their current firm establishment of being Wajir's leading crowd pooling agent, which is quite a flattering compliment for any upcoming talents operating under extreme frustrations.
Future kayni horta waxaan rajaynaynaa inaan day dhaqanka kor u qaadno ata ruuxna sponsor gareynay hada heli karno u baahnaan lahayn.
This is Wajir Danto Group, also known as the Generals, as they made us understand. The youth tell us part of the challenges they are facing as being negative perception from a poor section of the public, even though the bigger problem still remains to be lack of financial support from either the government or any willing party. Ahmed Abdullahi, Alpha TV, Wajir County.
Even as many local entrepreneurs invest their wealth in other parts of Kenya, one woman has gone against this trend by setting up a milk industry in Wajir. Fatuma Osman, a mother of 6, opened Wajir Milk Traders years ago and stayed on even after some of her colleagues pulled out. Our reporter Aden Jele gives us a synopsis of her amazing journey.
Little known, Fatuma Osman Ahmed walks to her office in the morning to kickstart her day. What awaits her is a routine she has been doing for the last 3 years. Fatuma, along with 3 of her colleagues, started a milk business back in July 2015, but after the business traded unsuccessful, they pulled out, leaving her to pursue it as a sole proprietor. We decided to visit her at her workplace as she showed us what happens in the processing plant from the moment the milk is received to its final stage of packaging, where the milk is ready for the customer.
At the first stage, we test the milk, testers, so that we can see whether the milk has water or it is bad. From there, we go to the weighing scale where we weigh the milk, how many liters of the milk that we have received, whether it is 10 liters, whether it is 15 liters, whether it is 1 or whether it is 5 or 10, 15, 30 liters. From there, we go to the pumping machine, which pumps the milk from the processing, whereby we sieve and we put in that small bakuli. It will go to the pasteurizer, and when it comes to the pasteurizer, we put the pasteurizer on. When it is a fresh camel milk, we pasteurize up to 60 degrees, so that is the hotness of the camel milk. When the milk reaches 60 degrees, we put off the machine. We drain the water or the hot water from the pasteurizer so that we can put them a cold water from the cooling tank. We have a cooling tank which is almost a capacity of 500 liters water capacity. We cold the milk from the cooling. We take it to the processing. We take it to the packaging. We sterilize our packaging materials, the bottles, using the pasteurizer. We put before we pasteurize the milk, we initially sterilize our bottles using the pasteurizer with at least water and a soap, so that we can wash them very cleanly. From there, we put them in the sterilized table. From there, we go and package them to that means.
Despite the processing plant's ability to produce nutritious milk, which is free from pathogen microbes and are easily accessible, most locals prefer milk which are sold on the roadside and are not healthy, as they are stored in plastic containers. Most of the locals who have knowledge of the farm have welcomed this initiative and have benefited from cheap, nutritious milk which are accessible 24 hours a day. There are various challenges in every business endeavor, and being a new business, marketing is key in reaching potential customers. In spite of these challenges, Fatuma sells 72 liters of milk every day. She receives milk from across the county and sells to the customers at a price of 150 per liter at a retail price.
The challenges that we have is the market is a challenge, since our product is new to the market, and most of the people, they don't know, or we are not covering the whole town or the entire county. The other thing is we have been supported with trainings by the Ministry of Livestock, but initially this business we have started with our own money, what we have as a contribution for the 3 of us, which almost took us 3 years to be in the market. 3 years to be in the market. The challenges was the pasteurizer. It was a very big machine with a lot of cost. Even this small machine that you can see here, this one is the induction sealer, whereby we seal with the cups. This one costed almost 70,000. So our milk we were unable to go to the market because of this small machine.
magacaygu cali Maxamed Daahir Cabdi anagoo reer Wajir waxaan ka ahay customer ka ahay Wajir Traders Milk. wax badan oo dooni jirno meel kale oo dooni jirno waxaan ka helnaa Wajir Traders sida yogurtka, sida caanaha macaan. واجه هو رب العماء أنا وحكي شو نجري جرجمة هذا براين وحالة كده بال سبيشل ويقبل إنه يجي أنا ساعد البا.
Wajir milk traders may not be known to many, but it offers safe, nutritious and affordable milk. Unlike many local entrepreneurs who invest in other parts of the country, Fatuma has decided to do it at home. Adan Jelle, Alpha TV, Wajir County.
Well, that's a very inspiring story indeed. Thanks, Aden Jelle, for that great story. In other news, in a bid to keep youth busy and away from drugs, coaches from Wajir have staged a football tournament. The tournament sees teams from Wajir play for a prize at the end. Our reporter Anwar Hussein has more details.
A football tournament that brought together a total of 10 teams is currently contested in Wajir. The tournament that has been organized by the coaches of the participating teams sees teams from Wajir playing for the prize at the end of the league. The football organizers say they have deemed it necessary to have a tournament in August as the schools are closed to protect the boys from abusing drugs and joining radicalized groups.
So far with Wajir County, there's no league for the last 4 years. This is a self-sponsored league. It's not something from the county government or from the NGOs or from the banks. It's a self-tournament. So far it's holiday and many youth are coming. Some are students from universities, some are students from outside Wajir. So when all people arrived and there's no league, I think they can do drugs, they can join terror attacks. That's the main agenda to make them busy. As you can see now, there's a lot of challenge to the field. There's tuk-tuk going on. When players are playing, you see there's a car just putting inside the field. We need the county government to build the stadium, to bring more chairs to the officials. We need nets, we need a lot of balls, we need uniforms, we need security. We don't have security. We cannot protect the referee because we only have 4 officials.
Some of the teams participating in the league are confident that they will win it.
أكثر ما شان أنت حق صعد tournament ولا ديلي أنا صعد الله هذا هذا كلا بهان أنت صوت tournament صو ديلني أو نون قرني هذا أنا أقول لك حد نوم مرها هن روا إني أو tournament كنا وين قرينا إن شاء الله.
Our ambition about the tournament, we want to win this league, Premier League, FA Cup na Champions League yote. We will do all means and ways ya kushinda, although the league is tough. Hakuna team ndogo. All the teams are very tough, but we will try our best to jaribu in all means and ways tujue vile tunaweza shinda hii league.
The players we spoke to appreciated the opportunity to further show their talent in the field.
Ambirta الغوشة مهمة حواي, you know, somebody قف talent كيس وافعي أنتو تسي دتك ambirta الغوشة دتك عن مؤقتين واحد easy أوقاتين ambirta الغوشة هاد واكين واحد, you know, هاد واكين الداقة والميل قارم جرت مسكسيد جرين كرتي.
The optimism of the team is very high. We came as a contenders, and with the help of God, we will win.
Football is their life, they live it, they love it, and with this tournament ongoing, every team is putting more effort to win it. Anwar Hussein, reporting for Alpha TV, Wajir County.
The low county revenue collection has attracted attention from the public here in Wajir. Residents believe that this trend has to do with the poor economic status in the county, as MCA's Spart Plus petitions termed as the contributing factors. Alpha TV's Fahad Abdi has more.
Out of the 10.5 billion budget that was passed by the Wajir County Assembly last week, only 200 million was sought from the local revenue. This has raised eyebrows on the low revenue collection in the county. Some of the residents have thus called on the county government to improve on this and come up with alternative revenue income avenues.
Usually, the economy of Wajir County is very low. Really, there's nothing going on, and even the revenue collection is very low. Everything seems to be stuck. So I think the county government has to do something about it. And really, the people of Wajir are feeling the pinch of economy. And the county government is also feeling the revenue collection. So if there are nothing going on, both sides will be affected economically.
The residents blame the poor collection on the challenges the county is facing in and outside Wajir. They believe by making use of the local available resources like the Lake Yahud, the county will be able to raise more funds.
Petition ka socda county-ga Wajir sameyn aan aadahan ayay ku keentay. Maxaa yeelay dhaqaale county-ga wuxuu galay maxkamaduna lagu gorgortama moogi shacab nin war ka haya ma jira. marka ninkii shaqa markay county-ga lacagta ay wadanka ay county-ga ay soo gashay ay county-ga horumar gaari kartaa laakiin lacagta sideeda haddii duuduub loo aado oo maxkamad lagu aado county-ga wax dhaqaale oo soo galay ma la sameyn ay dukaamo in afka laga xiray ay taagan yihiin.
By turning Lake Yahud into a business hub, the county will sure be making a profit. But whether this will be put into focus is something we need to wait and see. Fahad Abdi, Alpha TV, Wajir County.
Preparations for the Eid al-Adha ceremony is ongoing in Wajir, with residents buying foodstuffs and other valuables to mark the occasion. Our newest reporter, Gresha Ali, with this and more stories across the county.
Residents of Wajir are preparing for Eid al-Adha celebrations with the purchase of food and clothes on high demand. Eid al-Adha is the second of the two Islamic holidays celebrated worldwide each year. Elsewhere, there was a rare glimpse of the county fire extinguisher vehicle in action after some trees along Orahe caught fire, but the county Department of Town Administration came in full swing to arrest the situation. In other news, locust invasion has been reported in Wajir North Sub-County and destroyed farm crops in Gurar, Bute and Adadi Jole. An entourage from the county led by the Governor Mohammed Abdi Mahmoud, Area MCA Adan Ismail and officials from County Department of Agriculture visited the area. The Governor said they will do chemical spraying in the area and urged the public to remain calm. Uresha Ali, Alpha TV, Wajir County.
Those stories from the county wraps up our bulletin tonight. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. I am Ahmed Hussein with all the crew involved. Until we meet next time, stay blessed.